group, that is ketone. Ketones. Functional group of ketone is CO. CO means this is not carbon monoxide. This CO can be written as C double bond O. So you can see here in this CO, while writing CO functional group, that is a ketone functional group, you can see here I have put two bonds on the either side of the carbon, which shows that this functional group should be in the middle of the carbon chain. So we will study the members of this ketone group. So first member of ketone group, the first one is which is the first member of ketone group, that is propanone. Propanone, ONE. We have to add the suffix ONE, one, ketone. From this ONE, ketonic group, that ONE we have to add as a suffix for the members of this ketone groups. So first member contains 3 carbon atoms. First member of the ketone family contains 3 carbon atoms. For 3 carbon atom we name it as propane. So propanone is the first member of the ketone group. So how to write the structure of this ketone group? You can write the structural formula. 3 carbon atom you write in a straight chain. In a straight chain write 3 carbon atoms, and for the middle carbon atom, not the first one or not the last one, for the middle carbon atom you add ketonic group, double bond O. This double bond O can be written above this carbon or you can write below the carbon. Anyway you can write, but it should be in the middle. Ketonic group should be in the middle of the carbon chain. Now complete the remaining bonds of this carbon chain. First carbon atom, only one bond is present. So second one, third one, fourth one. Now see the second one, already 4 bonds are present. 1, 2, 3, 4. So no need to write any bond for the second carbon atom. Go to the third one. This is 1 bond is present. 2, 3, 4. That is H, H, H. This is propanone. Propanone, it's a structural formula. So what is the molecular formula of this propanone? You can see, if I write this ketonic group separately, if I write it as CO separately, then how many carbon atoms are left here? 2 carbon atoms, and how many hydrogen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I write it as C2H6 CO, or you can also write this as C3, 3 carbon atoms are there, H6O. Like this also we can write. So this is the structural formula of propanone. Now how to write the electron dot structure of propanone? So to write the electron dot structure, first write 3 carbon atoms in a straight chain. Then you see here there is single bond between the carbon atom and single bond with the hydrogen. So first I complete these single bonds. Single bond in the sense a pair of electron, one pair of electron. Now here hydrogen into dot H into dot H into dot H. Here into dot H into dot H into dot H. Now come to the middle carbon atom. You can see here double bond with the oxygen. Double bond in the sense sharing of 2 pairs of electrons. So 2 electrons which belongs to carbon, 2 electrons belongs to oxygen. Now, what is the valence electron? How many electrons are present in the outermost shell of oxygen? There are 6 electrons. So, out of 6, 2 already I wrote, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the electron dot structure of propanone. Propanone contains 3 carbon atoms. Out of these 3 carbon atoms, it forms single bond with the carbon as well as single bond with the hydrogen. Single bond in the sense sharing of a pair of electrons, sharing of two electrons, one pair of electron they are sharing. Now it forms double bond with the oxygen. Double bond in the sense they are sharing two pairs of electrons, 4 electrons they are sharing. Remaining electrons I am writing in this way. So this is the electron dot structure of propanone. Now we will go to the next one, butanone. Second compound of the family of ketone, butanone. But means 4 carbon atoms. 4 carbon atoms. So in this 4 carbon atom, one ketonic group I have to write. So you can write this ketonic group for the second carbon or for the third one. I said for the first and last you should not write ketonic group. Ketonic group should be in the middle of the chain. So in the middle here, second one also you can give the ketonic group or third one. Now I write ketonic group for the second carbon atom. Remaining complete by forming bond with the hydrogen. 4 bonds. 1, 2, 3, 4 present. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this electron dot structure I am writing. Butanone electron dot structure. How many carbon atoms? 4 carbon atoms, right? And they form a single bond. So into. Now single bond with the hydrogen. Into dot H. Into dot H. Second one, third one. First, second, third. Into dot H. 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 Now come to the second carbon, double bond with the oxygen. So second carbon, double bond, 2 pairs of electrons, oxygen. Out of 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the electron dot structure of butanone. That is the second member of the family of ketones, which is called the butanone. Now I will go to the third one, pentanone. Pentanone, 5 carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For the second one, I will give ketonic group, remaining all single bond. Then complete by writing hydrogen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I write electron dot structure of this. 5 carbon atoms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single bond between them. So 2 electrons. Single bond with the hydrogen into dot H, into dot H, into dot H. Third one, into dot H, into dot H. Fourth one, into dot H, into dot H, into dot H, into dot H, into dot H. Now see the second one, double bond with the oxygen. So for the second carbon, 2 electrons of carbon, 2 electrons of oxygen. They form double bond, sharing of 2 pairs of electrons. Remaining electrons of oxygen, you have to write around the oxygen. So in this way, you can write electron dot structure of pentanone. So in the same way, you can write the electron dot structure as well as structural formula of hexanon, heptanon, octanon, Now we will solve some of the problems which are given in the textbook. Say some questions are given. Draw the structures for the following compounds in the textbook, page number 12. That we already you completed that. Ethanoic acid, bromopentane, butanol, hexanol. So you have to write just the structure and formula. Then in that fifth question is given in page number 12. How would you name the following compounds? In page number 12, carbon and its compounds. Page number 12, questions are given. This is already solved in the notes. How would you name the following compounds? In that first one is given CH3, CH2, Br. So how would you name this compound? What name you can give? So you can see here Br is there. Br in the sense what is that? Bromine as the functional group. How many carbons are there? 2 carbon atoms are here. If 2 carbons and 1 bromine as the functional group, we name it as bromoethane. Its name is bromoethane. Eth in the sense, eth represents 2 carbon atoms. So bromoethane. While writing the structures, we have written this way, that structure CCBr. This hydrogen in the structural formula we have written like this. 1, 2. So the same thing they have written like this. CH3. This 3 hydrogen written together, CH3, and this is CH2. Here 1 hydrogen, here 1 hydrogen. So CH2Br. So name is bromoethane. See the second one in that, second compound given HCH double bond O. So when you see double bond O, first you decide this is ketonic group. When you see this double bond O, you may decide this is ketone. But that is the wrong. That decision is wrong. Why it is wrong? Ketonic group always we are writing in the middle of the carbon chain. In the middle of the carbon, in a chain of carbon, for the middle carbon we are giving ketonic group. Not for the last one or not for the first one. So here you can see only 1 carbon is present, and for that double bond O is there. Here 1 H is there. So you see this take this functional group. So which that functional group? CH double bond O. You have written like this. C double bond OH or CH double bond O. This also can be written as C double bond OH. Like this also we can write that. So CHO. What is that CHO? If the functional group is CHO, name can be given. That functional group we called as that functional group is called as aldehyde. That is aldehyde group. So here only 1 carbon is present. If there is only 1 carbon, the prefix we have to give meth. Meth is the prefix. Meth. Only 1 carbon. So aldehyde. For the aldehyde group, what suffix we have to give? We have to give the suffix Al. Al we have to give the suffix. So what is the name this? Al if you add here, methane. From the methane you have to remove the letter E and you have to give the suffix methane. You have to remove the letter E and you have to give the suffix Al. So what is this name of this compound? It is methanol. Al is the aldehyde functional group. Since this compound contains only 1 carbon is present here. So it is called methanol. One more name of methanol is formaldehyde. Remember? Methanol or formaldehyde. One more name of methanol is formaldehyde. That is one more name. Formaldehyde or methanol. This group, this given structure is a structure of methanol or the functional group or the formaldehyde. Now go to the third one which is given in the textbook. Third structure is given C, triple bond C, H. How many carbon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I write here. Then remaining all hydrogen. So which this, what is the name of this compound? You can see this structure. Here triple bond is given. Triple bond. So when a triple bond is present in the carbon chain, it is an alkyne. It is alkyne if triple bond is present. So you are deciding this is an alkyne. Now, what is the name of this compound? Count the number of carbons. How many carbons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon atoms. So if there are 6 carbon atoms, we have to write the prefix hexa, hexane, hexa. So in this, you have to remove A, you have to write the suffix YNE, alkyne, YNE. So the name of this compound is hexane. Hexane is the name of this given compound. The name of the compound which is given. It contains 6 carbon atoms. So hexane for the 6. This is triple bond. There is triple bond between 2 carbon atoms. If triple bond is present, it is alkyne. So the name of this compound is hexane. Now we will move to the isomers. Isomers, very important. Isomers, isomerism. Isomers, isomerism. So what is isomerism or what is isomers? Iso means same. So what is same here? The molecular formula of compounds are same. Structural formula is different. So the first isomers, the first compound which shows isomerism is butane. Butane you can write using a straight chain. Carbon atoms are bonded in a straight way, in a linear way. Write the hydrogen for each carbon to complete its valency. This compound we call it as N-butane or normal butane. N-butane or normal butane, which contains 4 carbon atoms, C4, and it contains 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hydrogen atoms. So this is the molecular formula C4H10. The name of the compound is N-butane. This is the structure of normal butane, or simply we say it as a butane. Now, this same structure can be written in another way. So, how to write this structure? 3 carbon atoms can be written in a straight way, but one more carbon atom I write like a branch. It is the branch of second carbon. You can write it down, or this carbon you can write it up. Anywhere you can write. For the second one, give a branch. Now, complete this structure. To complete the valency of carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is this formula? There are 4 carbon atoms. How many hydrogens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 hydrogen atoms. C4H10. But what is this name? This is N-butane or normal butane, but this name can be given as, its name is isobutane. This is normal butane, this is isobutane. So, the same compound, that is the butane, can be written, its structures can be written in 2 ways. In a linear chain of carbon as well as a branched chain of carbon. So this is N-butane, this is isobutane. Formula C4H10, C4H10. So these compounds we call as isomers. Butane is the simplest compound which shows isomerism. That is the first compound of the hydrocarbons which shows isomerism, which have isomers. There are two isomers of butane, young butane and isobutane. Young butane formula C4H10, isobutane formula also C4H10. But their structures different. They have different structures. They are called isomers. So what are isomers? Isomers are the compounds. They are the carbon compounds which have same molecular formula but different structural formula. They have same molecular formula but they show different structures. They are called as isomers. What is isomerism? The phenomenon of the compound which shows same molecular formula but different structures. It is a phenomenon. Different structure. It is called isomerism. Isomers, isomerism. Butane is the simplest or the first compound which shows isomers, which have isomers. There are two isomers for butane. We can write two isomers for butane. They are young butane and isobutane. Same formula but different structures. Since their structures are different, their properties also differs. Their properties also differs. They have different properties. When you go to the next compound after butane, the next compound which shows isomers, that is pentane. Penta means how many carbon? 5 carbon atoms. So these 5 carbon atoms, if they form bond in a linear way, we can write the structure as 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are hydrogen. So, I name this compound as young pentane. This is normal pentane or young pentane. But same pentane structure I can write as 4 carbon atoms and write in a straight chain, and I give 1 carbon as a branch for the second one. 1 branch for the second one. So this second carbon you can select from the left side or it may be from the right side. You can give this branch of carbon for this second carbon atom. If you count from this side, so this will be the second carbon. You can write this structure here also. Up also you can write. So for this second carbon or from this side, this is the second carbon. For any, either this carbon atoms or this carbon atoms, you can write the branch as the one more carbon atom. Now I write for this carbon as the branch. So if you complete the valency, hydrogen 1, 2, 3, fourth bond for this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. Second 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what is this compound? This compound is called isopentane. This is iso means for the second position there is a branch. If you start from this side, this will be the second position. If you start from this side, this will be the second position. So for the second position of the carbon, for the second carbon, you have to write the branch. It is called isopentane. This is isopentane. In the exam, you may get question, write the structure of isopentane. So while writing the structure, if you miss, so here structural formula, you can write the molecular formula C5H1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So butane is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many carbons? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 hydrogen. C5H12. So if you come this side for the second isopentane, this This also contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon. How many hydrogen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hydrogen. So formula is same, C5H12, C5H12. But this is N-pentane, this is isopentane. Suppose in the exam if you get the question for 1 mark, give the structural formula or give the structure of isopentane. So you are writing this isopentane, you are giving the branch, and while writing by mistake you may lose here. You are not writing 1 hydrogen, you are writing only 3. While writing because of some negligence or something. So when you write like this, so they did not ask you here formula. If you write in this way, everything you have written correct, straight chain of carbon, 1 branch of carbon, all hydrogen you wrote, but only 1 hydrogen you missed here. Don't expect a half mark for this. So for this 0 mark. Even if you miss a single hydrogen in a chain, if even a single hydrogen is missed, you won't get any mark, you will get 0 mark. The mark is 0. So this, you should be careful while writing the hydrogen. You have to count each bond. Around the carbon, there should be 4 bonds. Around the carbon, each carbon atom, there should be 4 covalent bonds. 4 bonds, these lines represent bonds. There should be 4 bonds. So, you should be very careful while writing the structure. So, this formula also C5H12, that is isopentane. Now, one more structure is there. For butane, 2 isomers, pentane, 3 isomers. In the same way, hexane, 4 isomers, heptane, 5 isomers. Like this, it goes. So, pentane, 1 more isomer, 1 more structure. How we can write? 3 carbon writing in a linear chain, in a straight chain. This is 3rd one, 4th one, this is the 5th one. That is 2 branches for the middle carbon. For the middle carbon, you are writing carbon as a 2 branch. For the middle carbon, you are giving 2 branch of carbon. So to complete the valency, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is hydrogen. Here this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. For this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. That is hydrogen. Now count carbon, already 5 out there. How many hydrogen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Even if you miss a single hydrogen, you won't get marks, you will get 0 mark. So there are 5 carbon atoms, 12 hydrogen atom. The name of this compound, this is called neopentane. Neopentane. This is normal pentane, this is isopentane, this is neopentane. While writing the structure of isopentane, you can give the branch of carbon either for the second carbon from this side, or from this side you can give a branch for this carbon. So both are isopentanes only. For the pentane, there are 3 isomers: normal pentane, isopentane, neopentane. So isomers, they have same formula. Their molecular formula is same, but they have different structures. Their structural formula is different. They are called isomers. Since their structures are different, their properties, both chemical properties as well as physical properties, differs. They have different chemical and physical properties. They are called isomers. We move to the next property of carbon compounds, that is homologous series. So as we have seen, carbon compounds are the hydrocarbons, they show isomerism, and second property is homologous series. Homologous. They show or they form homologous series. So what is this homologous series? Homologous series in the sense, they are the series of compounds or a set of compounds in which same functional call them as homologous series. Series of compounds in which same functional group substitute for hydrogen. One hydrogen atom is removed and in that place some functional group is added. They are called homologous series. Even alkane, alkene, alkynes also show homologous series. Cycloalkanes also show homologous series. So how we can justify the given compound shows homologous series? For example, if you take a compound, you may get the question like this. There are two compounds are given, CH3OH, two compounds, and C2H5OH. So these are the two compounds. Question may be like this. What is the functional group of this compound and whether these compounds shows homologous series? Justify your answer. Justify your answer. How you say these compounds shows homologous series? So first question. What is the functional group in these compounds? So what is the functional group? You can see here OH, OH. If the functional group is OH, what is the name? Name is alcohol. So functional group is alcohol. This is alcoholic group. That is the functional group. Now, second question. Whether these compounds shows or they form homologous series, justify your answer. So if you say, yes, these compounds show homologous series. How do you give the justification? To show or to say given compounds or the given pair of compounds, they form homologous series, you have to just show, you should show their difference. The difference between these compounds should be CH2 unit. Difference should be CH2. So take the compound C2H5OH. First compound CH3OH. Subtract. You are not subtracting the numbers here. You are subtracting the atoms, carbon and hydrogen. So OH, OH cancelled. 5H5H3. You are subtracting 3 hydrogen atoms from 5 hydrogen atoms. So how many hydrogen atoms will be remaining there? There will be remaining 2 hydrogen. And carbon C2, here C1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. CH2 is the difference you are getting. Suppose if the difference between two successive compound, is CH2 unit is CH2, we say that yes, they form homologous series. Homologous series. How you say homologous series? Since difference, their difference is CH2 unit. Difference is CH2 unit. Therefore, they form homologous series. Any two compounds, if they give the question, sometime you may get like this question. What is homologous series? Or define homologous series and explain with an example. You can take any example. If you take alkane group. Alkanes show homologous series. Alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, cycloalkanes and all the functional groups, they show homologous series. Homologous series are the series of compounds, family of compounds in which a functional group, same functional group substitute for the hydrogen atom. Suppose if the question is asked to explain, you are taking alkane and you are going to show alkane shows a homologous series. So how you are showing? You have to take any two compounds belongs to the alkane family, in the sense successive compounds. If the first one is methane, second one is ethane. Methane formula CH4. Ethane formula C2, H2 2 is 4, 4 plus 2 6, C2H6. And you have to subtract C2H6 minus CH4. So what is the difference you are getting here? Here also CH4, CH2 unit is the difference. So take any two successive member of any family of the hydrocarbons, it may be alkane, alkene, alkyne or anything, just subtract them and you will get the answer CH2 unit. If the CH2 is the unit, CH2 is the difference you are getting, now you have to say, final answer you have to say yes. These compounds show homologous series because the difference is CH2 unit. The difference between two successive compounds is CH2 unit. Therefore, they show homologous series. So, any compound they can give. Once the question is given like this, the general formula of a compound is CnH2n plus 1 CHO. 3-4 years back, one question is given, CnH2n plus 1 CHO, general formula of a hydrocarbon. What is the functional group present in this and show whether they form homologous series. Justify your answer for 2 marks. So when you see this general formula, you can see here CHO. CHO is the functional group of which compound? That is the aldehyde. So this is which functional group? This is aldehyde. Now, how you show they form homologous series? Take any two compounds of aldehyde group. First compound CH3, CHO, aldehyde first compound. Second compound, first compound formaldehyde, that is HCHO. Second compound CH3, CHO. Now subtract. CHO cancels. Here H3, here H1. 3 minus 1, 2. Here no carbon, here 1 carbon. So C. CH2 is the difference. You are getting answer CH2 unit. So the answer, yes, these compounds shows homologous series. Justification, because the difference between their successive compound, the difference is CH2 unit. Therefore, they form or they show homologous series. This question is asked for 2 marks. So usually homologous series, they have same general formula. Their main properties, as we have written, they have same general formula, same all the compounds. Alkane there is a general formula, alkenes there is a general formula, alkynes there is a general formula. They can be represented by a general formula. Second property, the difference between successive members, that is the difference between two successive members of a particular family is a CH2 unit. That is the second difference, second property. Third one, you can say they have same chemical properties. Their chemical properties are same. Homologous series, chemical properties are same, but regular gradation in the physical property. Chemical properties same, regular gradation in the physical property. The meaning of this sentence, suppose if the first member of any family, it may be alkane, alkene, alcohol, aldehyde, any family if you take, that is the functional group or any hydrocarbon family. If the first member of a particular family, suppose its boiling point is 20 degrees Celsius, next one is 30 degrees Celsius, next as the carbon atom increases, hydrogen atom increases, next goes to 40 degrees Celsius. So, regular gradation in the physical properties. There is some similarity, some property you can see here. 10 degree goes on increases, the boiling point increases by 10 degrees Celsius, 20, 30, 40 like this. Suppose any compound you are taking, its boiling point is 40, next one 80, next goes to, like that it increases. So in the sense, if the first compound has a boiling point 5 degree, next to 10 degree, 15 degree, 20 degree. It may follow any way, any rule, but there is some regularity, some you can see some common factor you can see there. Either if it increases, in the same way it increases. That is called regular gradation in the physical property. They have same chemical properties since the functional group is same. But there is regular gradation in the physical property. That is the main properties of a homologous series. So, if any compound is given, you can't say, if you to say they form homologous series, you can't show their boiling point. You can't measure their melting point. It is not possible. While writing, it is not possible to measure. So, only one way to show they form homologous series by saying the difference is CH2. By saying or by proving the difference between two successive members is CH2 group or CH2 unit. So, just giving the final answer. Yes, there are difference between two successive members CH2 unit, therefore they form homologous series. So, this is about homologous series. This is one of the characteristic of hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbon shows isomerism, they show or they form homologous series. Students will solve some of the questions related to carbon and its compounds, that is the questions related to functional group as well as structural as well as molecular formula of hydrocarbons. So, one question is like this. Write the molecular formula of the following and show that they form homologous series. So, the question compounds given methanol, ethanol and propanol. First compound is given methanol, second compound ethanol and third compound is propanol. Methanol, ethanol, propanol. Question is given, question asked like this. Write the molecular formula of these compounds and show that they form homologous series. So, you have to write first molecular formula of these compounds. So, what is the molecular formula of methanol? Molecular formula of methanol is CH3OH, methanol. Ethanol formula C2H5OH. Propanol C3H7OH. So, these are the molecular formula. Methanol CH3OH, ethanol 2 carbon atom ether C2H5OH and propanol C3 3 carbon atoms prop 7 hydrogen. You have to double 3 2 is 6 plus 1. You have to add 1 hydrogen. Double the number of carbon and add 1. So, C3H7OH. So, second sub question is given. Show that these compounds form homologous series. So, how to show that given compounds are in homologous series? How to show that they are in the homologous series? To show the given compounds are in homologous series, you have to show that the difference between two successive compounds, it should be CH2 unit. So, take first two compounds, which are the first two compounds are methanol and ethanol. So, C2H5OH, C2H5OH and the first compound is CH3OH. Subtract this, find the difference, you will get the answer. This 2 carbon, this 1 carbon, remaining 1 carbon, 5 hydrogen, 3 hydrogen. When you subtract, you will get 2 hydrogen atom. You will get the answer CH2 unit. CH2 unit. In the same way, find the difference between third one and the second one. Third one is propanol C3H7OH. Second one is C2H5OH. Find the difference. You will get the answer 3 minus 2 1, 7 minus 5 2 hydrogen atom. You will get the answer CH2 unit. So, if the difference between two successive compound, if it is CH2 unit, we can say that final answer we can write, that is the given compounds they form homologous series. Therefore, the difference between two successive compounds, of the given compounds is CH2 unit. Therefore, they form homologous series. These compounds form a homologous series. So in the same way, we'll solve next questions related to this. What are saturated hydrocarbons and unsaturated hydrocarbons? As we said, saturated means there is single bond between carbon-carbon atoms. Unsaturated, double or triple bond between carbon-carbon atoms. We call them as unsaturated carbon compounds. Write the structure of simplest hydrocarbon. So which one is simplest hydrocarbon? Write the structure of simplest hydrocarbon. Structure of simplest hydrocarbon. Which is the simplest hydrocarbon? Simplest hydrocarbon in the sense the first member of the hydrocarbon family. Which is the first member? First member is methane. So, question is asked the structure of simplest hydrocarbon. In the sense, you have to write the structure of methane. Methane is the simplest hydrocarbon. Structure of methane can be written as, so what is the structure? Methane contains 1 carbon and 4 hydrogen atom. This is the structure of methane, which is the simplest hydrocarbon. Suppose if you get the question, name the simplest hydrocarbon or name the hydrocarbon which form isomers. So isomers, the simplest hydrocarbon which gives isomers, the first member or the first compound which shows isomerism, that is butane. If the question is asked, write the structure of the hydrocarbon which has isomers, which shows isomerism. The simplest hydrocarbon or the first member of hydrocarbon which shows isomerism, that is butane. Isomerism, the first member, the first compound which shows isomerism. First compound which shows isomerism. So isomers starts, we can't write isomers for methane. It is impossible to write isomers for ethane as well as methane and methane, ethane, propane. We cannot write any isomers. So the isomerism starts. Isomers we can write for the first compound, that is butane. Butane is the first compound, first member of the hydrocarbon group which has isomers, which shows isomerism. The first compound which shows isomerism, that is butane, not methane or ethane or propane. Butane is the first compound which shows isomerism, which has isomers. But simplest hydrocarbon is methane. Methane is the simplest hydrocarbon or the first member of the hydrocarbon family. The first member which shows isomerism, that is butane. Butane has 2 isomers. They are N-butane and isobutane. We have seen the structures of N-butane and isobutane. So we will continue the questions. Question is given like this. Next question is, name the functional group in the following compounds and write their molecular formula. Name the functional group. Name the functional group. Name the functional group in the following. So which are the compound given? One is ethanol, and another one is ethanoic acid. Name the functional group. You have to just name it. Name the functional group. So ethanol, OL, you can see here suffix OL. If the suffix is OL, which is the functional group? What functional group is present here? This is alcohol or alcoholic group. The functional group present in ethanol is alcohol. Now come to ethanoic acid, OIC acid. So which is the functional group? Which functional group is present here? That is carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid. That is OIC acid. Functional group is carboxylic acid. Name the functional group present in the following and write their molecular formula, not structural formula. Question is asked. It is asked to write molecular formula. So what is the molecular formula of ethanol? Eth means 2 carbon atoms. If 2, hydrogen will be 2 2s are 4 plus 1 5. C2H5OH. Molecular formula of ethanol. Now come to ethanoic acid. Eth means 2 carbon atom. That is, if it is difficult to write molecular formula, directly if it is difficult to write molecular formula, first write the structural formula and after that count the carbon as well as hydrogen atoms from the structure. Ethanoic acid. Eth means 2 carbon atom. Oic acid means functional group double bond OH. That is COOH. Remaining all hydrogen atoms. Hydrogen atoms. So what is the molecular formula you can write here? Based on this formula, we can write the molecular formula. There are 1 carbon atom which is bonded with 3 hydrogen. So CH3 and this is the functional group COOH. So the molecular formula is CH3COOH. That is ethanoic acid molecular formula CH3COOH. Its functional group is carboxylic acid. It is asked only name, not to write the functional group. Name the functional group. You have to write just name. Carboxylic acid. Ethanol, OL. So the functional group is alcohol. Its molecular formula C2H5OH. Next we will continue. Next question. The group of compounds which are in homologous series. So 4 options are given here. You have to find which group of compounds or which group they form homologous series. 4 compounds, 4 sets of compounds are given. In the first set, CH4, C2H4, C2H2. In the second group, CH4, CH3OH, HCHO. In the third set, CH4, C2H6, C3H8. Fourth set, C2H2, C3H6, C4H10. So the question is, which group of compounds are in homologous series? To say the given compounds, they form homologous series, you have to show the difference between 2 compounds. It should be CH2. CH2 unit should be the difference. So find the difference here. Here CH4, C2H4. Subtract 2 carbon atom, here 1 carbon. So 2 minus 1, only 1. But 4 minus 4, that is 0. You will get H0. So they cannot form. It is impossible. They are not in homologous series. We should get the answer CH2. So this is not. These group. If first 2 differences not CH2, you can say no. They cannot form homologous series. No need to find next 2 sets difference. Go to the second group of compounds. that is CH4, CH3OH. By seeing these compounds you can say, because this is alcohol, this is HCHO aldehyde. This aldehyde group, this is alcoholic group, this is alkane. So definitely it is impossible. They cannot form homologous series. It is impossible. Now come to the third step. CH4, C2H6. Find the difference. 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1, 1. That is C. 6 minus 4. 6 minus 4. Hydrogen will be CH2. Okay. First one we got CH2. Now find second one and the third one. Here 3. Here 2. 3 minus 2. 1. That is 1 carbon. Here 8 hydrogen. 8 minus 6. Again H2. So we got here difference is CH2. The difference between two successive compound is CH2 group. Therefore, they form homologous series. These sets of compounds, they form homologous series. They are in homologous series. We have to show the difference between two successive compounds. If it is CH2 group, then we can announce the compounds or the group of compounds, they form homologous series. So C is the correct answer. These compounds form homologous series. Now we'll continue with the next question. Question is like this. If one hydrogen atom of propane, if one hydrogen atom of propane is replaced by a ketone group, is replaced by a ketone group, then molecular formula of the compound obtained. The molecular formula of the compound. Molecular formula of the compound obtained is dash. So the question, if one hydrogen atom of propane, write the structure of propane. Prop means 3 carbon atom. Write the structure of propane. This is the structure of propane. So in this structure, if one hydrogen atom is removed, remove one hydrogen atom. If one hydrogen atom is replaced by a ketone group, instead of hydrogen, you have to write a ketone. But what is the functional group of ketone? Functional group of ketone is C double bond O. So, when you remove hydrogen, you should write double bond O. When you are writing here double bond O, when you write carbon with a double bond O, number of bonds you have to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, this one also you have to remove to satisfy the valency of carbon. There should be 4 bonds around the carbon. Now already 4 bonds are present here. To fulfill or to satisfy the valency of carbon, this hydrogen also you have to remove. Now what is the molecular formula of this compound? What is the molecular formula? How many carbons are present? There are 3 carbon atoms. How many hydrogens are present? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 carbon atom, 3 hydrogen atom and 1 oxygen. So what is the molecular formula? C3H6O. The molecular formula of the compound obtained is C3H6O. Next we will move to the chemical properties of carbon compounds or chemical properties of hydrocarbons. chemical properties. In the chemical properties, first property you have studied, that is the combustion reaction of hydrocarbons. Combustion reaction, you may get the question, explain combustion reaction of hydrocarbons or explain combustion property of hydrocarbons. So what is this combustion reaction? Combustion in the sense burning. Usually hydrocarbons or carbon compounds, they burn in the presence of oxygen. They burn in the presence of oxygen and they give carbon dioxide gas. They give carbon dioxide gas along with the formation of water vapor H2O, and lot of heat and light is also produced. That is the combustion reaction. Any hydrocarbon you can take. Mainly there are two types of combustion. Which are the two types of combustion? One is complete combustion, and another one is incomplete combustion. Complete combustion and incomplete combustion. So what is this complete combustion? Usually saturated hydrocarbons or saturated carbon compounds. Saturated. What do you mean by saturated? Saturated means single bond between carbon-carbon atoms. It may be alkane or alcohols. They contain single bond between carbon atoms, or other compounds which contain single bond. They undergo usually complete combustion and they give carbon dioxide gas. They burn with the blue color flame. They burn with blue color flame. They undergo complete combustion, burn with blue color flame, and carbon dioxide gas is liberated. But usually unsaturated hydrocarbons, unsaturated carbon compounds, unsaturated in the sense containing double bond or triple bond between carbon-carbon atoms. Unsaturated carbon compounds, they undergo incomplete combustion and they burn with the yellow flame. They burn with yellow flame with the lots of black color smoke, black smoke. And also we can see the deposition of carbon particles at the bottom of the vessels. That shows incomplete combustion. Usually unsaturated carbon compounds undergo incomplete combustion, but saturated carbon compounds in the presence of less oxygen due to the insufficient supply of oxygen, or due to the if the air holes are blocked with some dust particles, then due to the insufficient air or insufficient oxygen, even these saturated carbon compounds, they undergo incomplete combustion and they give yellow color flame. So this is the combustion reaction related to hydrocarbons or the carbon compounds. Next is oxidation reaction. Second chemical property is oxidation reaction. Oxidation reaction. So what is this oxidation reaction? Ethanol. Ethanol we can write it as CH3 CH2OH. Instead of writing C2H5, we will split C2H5 as CH3 CH2OH. Ethanol or ethyl alcohol, they oxidized in the presence of alkaline potassium permanganate KMnO4 or acidified potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7. They oxidized ethyl alcohol in the presence of alkaline potassium permanganate or acidified potassium dichromate. They oxidize to ethanoic acid CH3COOH. So CH3COOH, CH3COOH. So here only OH is present. From where it gets one more oxygen, CH3C, OOH. OH is present. From where they are getting one more oxygen. So these compounds, it may be alkaline potassium paramanganate or acidified potassium dichromate. They give their oxygen to ethanol. So ethanol gets oxidized to ethanoic acid. These compounds, we call them as oxidizing agents. Oxidizing agents. What are oxidizing agents? Any substance which give its oxygen. It gives its oxygen, or this one gives its oxygen. Not both, either this or this. They give their oxygen to one more substance. Any substance which give its oxygen to one more substance, we call them as oxidizing agents. Here, potassium paramanganate, that is alkaline potassium paramanganate, it gives its oxygen to ethanol, so it is considered as oxidizing agent. Alkaline potassium paramanganate or acidified potassium dichromate, they act as oxidizing agents. So this ethanol gets oxidized to ethanoic acid. This reaction is called oxidation reaction. What is oxidation reaction? Reaction in which a substance gives its oxygen to another substance, or this ethanol takes oxygen, it gains oxygen and it gets converted to ethanoic acid. This type of reaction we call as oxidation reaction. So you may get the question, how an alcohol is converted to acid? How you can convert alcohol to an acid? So using which reaction? Using oxidation reaction. So in this oxidation reaction, alcohol gets converted to carboxylic acid or acid, that is ethanoic acid we are getting as the product, that is called oxidation reaction. Now we move to the next reaction. The reaction is addition reaction. Addition reaction. In the addition reaction, you have to remember only unsaturated carbon compounds. Unsaturated carbon compounds or unsaturated hydrocarbons, they undergo addition reaction in the presence of a catalyst. In the presence of a catalyst. Not saturated, only unsaturated carbon compounds, unsaturated hydrocarbons, they undergo addition reaction in the presence of a catalyst. Catalyst can be named, it may be nickel or palladium. Nickel or palladium, they act like catalyst. Catalyst is a substance which proceed the reaction at a different rate. If the reaction is very slow, using the catalyst we can make it fast, or if the reaction is very fast, we can make it slow using the substance, using this catalyst. But they won't affect the product of the reaction. They are not affecting products. They are just changing the rate of the reaction. They are called catalyst. So either nickel or palladium, they act like catalyst in the addition reaction of hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons undergo addition reaction, that is unsaturated hydrocarbons. If you write here C double bond C, unsaturated hydrocarbons. If we are double bond, to complete the valency 4, I write in general. I write like this. So these unsaturated carbon compounds, in the presence of nickel or palladium as the catalyst, they add hydrogen. they add hydrogen. They take hydrogen, they add hydrogen, and this unsaturated converted into saturated, some single bond. So unsaturated converted into saturated. To complete the valency, here one hydrogen, here one more hydrogen. So unsaturated carbon compounds, they converted to saturated by adding hydrogen in the presence of nickel or palladium catalyst. This reaction is called addition reaction. This addition reaction of hydrocarbons or carbon compounds are usually used as an industrial application. They are used in the hydrogenation of the vegetable oil to convert unsaturated oil into saturated. We are using this addition reaction of hydrocarbons. Usually unsaturated means single bond, unsaturated double or triple bond, they are more reactive. To make them less reactive, they are converted into saturated. So if the oil, unsaturated oil if you take, unsaturated oils, they are more reactive. Since they are high reactivity, they react easily with the other content and they may spoil. They get spoiled or they produce bad smell. So to save or to keep them for the longer time, to store them for the longer time, they should be converted into saturated. They should be converted to less reactive. So how it can be done? By passing hydrogen gas in the presence of nickel or palladium catalyst. These unsaturated converted into saturated. Double bond is converted into single bond in the presence of catalyst by passing hydrogen gas. This reaction is called addition reaction. Addition reaction of carbon compounds. They are mainly used in the hydrogenation of the vegetable oil. Next we will move to the related to addition reaction. There is a question given in your textbook. Which of the following hydrocarbons undergo addition reaction? So the compounds are given C2H6, C3H8, C3H6, C2H2, CH4. Question is, which compounds undergo addition reaction? Addition reaction. So as I said, which compound undergo addition reaction? Unsaturated compounds undergo addition reaction. Unsaturated double bond or triple bond. It may be alkenes or it may be alkynes. Now, C2H6. Which compound is C2H6? This is ethane. This is saturated alkane. Ethane. It is saturated. So, it is not possible for the addition reaction of ethane. Now come to C3H8. C3H8. C3, 3 carbon atoms, hydrogen. 3 2s are 6, 2n, 6 plus 2. So it is in the form of CnH2n plus 2. 8 in the sense 3 2s are 6 plus 2, 8. So this is also alkane. This is propane. Propane. Now come to this third compound, C3H6. 3, this is 6, double, 3 2s are 6. So it is in the form of CnH2n. CnH2n is the formula, general formula of alkenes. So which compound is C3H6? This is propene, 3 carbon atoms. C3H6 is propene. So it undergoes addition reaction because it is unsaturated. It undergoes addition reaction. Now go to the next compound, C2H2. C2, if you take it as N, H2, hydrogen is 2. Double it, 2 2s are 6, 2 2s are 4, 4 minus 2, 2. So it is in the form of CnH2n minus 2. Double this, 2 2s are 4. 4 minus 2, 2. 2 is the answer. So it is in the form of CnH2n minus 2, which is the general formula of alkyne. So this given compound is ethyne. Ethyne. It also undergo addition reaction. Now see the last compound, CH4. CH4 is the simplest hydrocarbon, methane. So, which are the unsaturated compounds here? One is propene, another one is ethyne. Propene, ethyne. Propene contain double bond between carbon atom. Ethyne contain triple bond between the carbon atom. So, these two compounds undergo addition reaction. Addition reaction. Only unsaturated compounds undergo addition reaction. You may get the question. Why? Give reason. Justify your answer. So how you are giving justification? You have to say only unsaturated compounds, propene and ethyne, they are unsaturated carbon compounds. Therefore, only unsaturated carbon compounds undergo addition reaction. Hence, these two compounds undergo addition reaction. Remaining all are saturated. It is impossible. They do not undergo addition reaction.